Sup YouTube, Chris here from Team Neo, aka Crossine Entertainment, bringing you, finally, my Prophecy deck profile. This is different than Shang's build. You'll get Shang's eventually from him. But for now, here's mine. I use the Priestess build. So I'll go ahead and just get ready to the monsters. I run 3 High Priestess of Prophecy. Boss monster of the deck, obviously. Then you go 3 Bloomin'. He's like your Stratos, except I think better at this point with the current meta. 2 Justice of Prophecy. I run 2 for the Judgment play, just because if you draw into 1 at the beginning of the game, you're not, you can still pull off your massive Judgment play, special summon her in the end phase, because it has to be from the deck with Judgment. So special summon her in the end phase, banish, get Priestess, and another Spellbook card to your hand. That's why I run 2, just in case you draw into 1. 2 Kycoo the Ghost Destroyer, because fuck Elemental Dragons and the Mirror Match. It's like, how you can't Fate me, you can't banish to special summon anything else. So, yeah, 2 Kycoo, 1 Jowgen. Jowgen is like a mini Christia. So he says, go away, any special summon monsters, and also you can't special summon either, but say you have Starhall on the field and your Kycoo ends up having like 2,500 attack, then it's no big deal. Now, here's where it gets a little different for me. I main deck 1 Veiler and 1 Maxx. I also side deck 1 of each, so say I'm playing against like Fire Fist or something like that, and I really don't need a Maxx that much against Fire Fist, so I'll side in my second Veiler. Or if I'm playing like Elemental Dragons, I'm probably going to want to take Veiler out and put in Maxx. I like it both at 1 and 1, just for game 1, because you don't know exactly what you're going up against. Maxx is always good. So is Veiler, because with Spellbook of Life or anything like that, Veiler can go into a lot of offensive plays as well, with synchros and everything like that. So I like it at 1 and 1. For the last monster, I do run 1 Tragoedia. Sorry about the glare. I do run 1 Trag just in case you open with him and you get Justice on the field, banish her with Judgment's effect. He still prevents you from getting OTK'd. So he is there just as a shield, and he could be buffed up pretty big after Judgment. So that's it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. 3 Spellbook of Judgment. I hate using proxies, but I work at a movie theater, so I'm not rich. 3 Judgments. This is the reason why the deck is tier 0 right now. So, run 3 of it. 3 Spellbook of Secrets, or you're doing it wrong. Then we go into 2 Spellbook of the Master. 2 Spellbook of Fate. 2 the Grand Spellbook Tower. Automatic +1 every turn, so a little bit broken. Definitely helps with the draw power. Go into 2 Spellbook of Wisdom, just in case. I was thinking about putting it down to 1, but I really didn't know what I would take out or replace it with, so I'm keeping it at 2 for now. So 2 Spellbook of Wisdom, 1 Power, easily copied with Master, so you really only need 1, and you can put it back in your deck with Tower, or copy it with Master. I used to have this at 3. I narrowed it down to 1. So I only run 1 Power. 1 Life, just in case, since you're running the Priestess build. When Shang shows you his deck profile, he doesn't use any lives because it's not really necessary. But, if something happens to a Priestess and you need her back on the field, or if you want Veiler back to go into a synchro play, if for some reason times are in need of 1 life. 1 Starhall. This is a card I've been thinking about bumping up to 2 because it's great in the mirror match. And if you open with it, it gets really big, really fast. So just 1 Starhall for now, but thinking about bumping that up to 2. And then for the last Spellbook card, I do run 1 Eternity because you're banishing a lot with running the double Fate and Priestess's effect. It is good at 1 though, because again, it's another target that you can copy with Master, recycle it back with Tower. Normally I searched this out instead of Secrets with Judgment, because I'm going to end up playing Fate or Priestess's effect, I know it. plus I'm going to have a Master in my hand anyway, so I can use Master to copy Secrets, or I can use Eternity to get one of my banished Secrets back, then play Secrets again, and then play Master over Eternity to grab another banished zone back, and the next thing I know, I have enough cards for another Fate play. So, that is it for the spellbooks. I run 3 Upstart Goblin, just because free Judgment counters, if you have one in your hand after you get a Judgment play off, and it also helps with obviously deck thinning, in case you need to draw into Judgment or you need something big. It turns your 40 card deck into a 37 card deck. So Upstart Goblin I think is way too good to not run with Judgment. Then your staples, 1 Reborn, 1 Heavy, or not Heavy, this is Dark Hole. 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole. Honestly, I barely even use them. Again, 2 cards that I was actually thinking about taking out. No Heavy Storm in the deck, not really needed. You have 2 Wisdoms. You can blow up backfield with Priestess. I do side deck 2 MSTs and a Heavy Storm, though, in case you run into like the Chain Burn or Fire Fist or something really annoying that has to deal with backfield. So, 1 and 1, you know, just in case you need them. They're there. I actually ended up just wasting a Dark Hole after a Judgment play because I needed the 3rd counter to get my complete Judgment play off, and there was no monsters on the field, but I played Dark Hole anyway just to get the counter. So there's that, and then the last 3 cards of the main deck are 3 trap cards. I run Double Threatening and 1 Torrential. Threatening Roar, way too good. You have Jowgen on the field, protect. You just went into your Judgment play, and you open with this card, set. Oh, you're going to OTK me? How about now? So, Threatening Roar, way too good. Torrential is also a safeguard just in case your opponent is going off sooner than you are, but with this deck, you really don't have that problem anyway. So yeah, Double Threatening, 1 Torrential. 3 really, really good Galarian trap cards to run. Going into the extra deck now for your rank 7s, because you run 3 Priestesses, you're going to want a Big Eye, for obvious reasons, because he's big eye and he's a spellcaster, so it makes it even better for you. 1 Master of Blades, and again I said I'm not rich, Dracossack. So, Trade Binder, people. Trade Binder videos, look at them. Give me Draco, and a 3rd Judgment if you can. So, your rank 7's Big Eye, Master of Blades, Dracossack. After that, your rank 2's, 1 Shining Elf, and 1 Gachi. These are the 2 that I go into the most in this deck, because there actually are a lot of times where you have 2 blue men on the field, because opening turn you'll have a blue man on the field more than likely, because you'll search them out with secrets or whatever, and then you're going to end up fading their card. Next turn you might draw into one because you get the extra draw with Tower. So Shining Elf is really good at nerfing their monsters. He's a reverse Leviathan with his effect. Detach one of your opponent's monsters loses 500 attack. So, he's only 1600 base. If you can get him out with Star Hall on the field, really, really good play to go into. And then Gachi, he's Gachi. If you don't have Star Hall on the field and you want to turn your 2 blue men into something to buff out your Priestesses or your Jowgen or your Kycoo or anything like that, there you go. You have a Gachi. Rank 3s, because you run 2 Justices. Believe it or not, I have actually gone into both Leviathan and Zenmaines. Just because, like, you never know. No deck is 100% consistent. And you might need the beater at points if you can't, for some reason, get a Priestess out. Or you might need the shield. So, even with life, you can bring Valor back and turn her into 3 if desperate times call for desperate measures. But 1-on-1 Leviathan and Zenmaines for your rank 3s. Your last XYZ is a rank 4 because you run the 2 Kycoo. Is a Cowboy just because he's Cowboy and he wins games. So I think I've made Cowboy 1 time, but you know, 1 time is enough for me. Going into the Synchros now because of the fact that you main deck that 1 Valor. You run a Catastor because he's Catastor. You run Librarian because he's a spellcaster, and if you're facing like a Synchro spam deck, you know, like, say you're facing like a Junk deck or a Laval deck trying to go into Quasar. Game 2, you might want to just go, oh, first turn Librarian somehow. I don't really know how you would get them out first turn, but you might. And then, oh, next thing you know, you're going Super Plus, and it sucks to be them. So those are your level 5s. I do run one Arcanite Magician. He's too good. I just got him in the mail last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. So I haven't really been able to use him yet. The extra deck in this deck is not really necessary, to be honest. Like, only in probably 5-10% of your games are you going to XYZ or Synchro Summon. But you never know. Arcanite Magician, he's too good. You pop a spell counter on the field to pop a card on the field. So if you have Star Hall out, and it's not once per turn either. So if you have a Star Hall with like 15 counters and you get him out, you can pop their whole field with Arcanite Magician's effect and not give a fuck. So he's too good. One Tempest Magician. This is the Synchro card that I've gone into probably the third most. You're about to see the top 2 here in a second. Also really good just for melting your opponent. Just make them with a Veiler and a what is he? He's a level 3. How the hell did I make him? I don't know. I can't even think about off the top of my head how I made Tempest Magician. Oh yeah, it's back when I used to run Stoic. I used to play her a lot because I would life Veiler back after banishing Stoic. Yeah, I actually used to run Stoic because I thought it was good, but that's a different story for a different day. One Tempest Magician, one Black Rose Dragon just for their level 7. Again, desperate times call for desperate measures just in case. And then here are your 2 that you're gonna go into the most: a Scrap Dragon and a Stardust Dragon. I'll explain. You have a Priestess in your hand. You have a Veiler in your hand. You have a Life in your hand. Field Presence. You reveal 3, special Priestess, normal Veiler, sync for 8. Bring out Scrap Dragon if you're going for game. Stardust Dragon in case you need the extra protect. Like if you know you're not going to win that turn, I normally go Stardust. Or if I just want to blow up their field. Like I said, Scrap Dragon if you're going for game, Stardust if you're playing defensively, then you life your Priestess back. The next thing you know, in 2.5 seconds, you have a Dragon and a Priestess on the field. Too good. I would show you guys my side deck, but at the same time, I do like Secrets. The Spellbook of Secrets. Anyway, this is the deck profile. If you guys stuck with me until the end, awesome. If not, whatever. The whole deck list is in the description below, as well as Twitter information. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I am open to any suggestions. So it's like I said, I'm thinking about taking my second Wisdom out. So even though it is really good in the mirror match, so I guard against Fate, I'm still iffy about that Dark Hole and Monster Reborn. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave that down in the comment below. Tell me what you think. Yeah, check out our other videos, Yu-Gi-Oh! And video game related. Subscribe, I said that already. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.